Today on the workbench we have this fine piece of equipment, and I say that sincerely, not goofing around. This is a realistic CD-2300. It is a CD player that was new in 1988. New for 1988. Sticker on the back says September of 87, and we'll review that in just a moment. Now the specs on this: frequency response is 5 to 20,000 Hertz, plus 5 dB, minus 1.0 dB. Signal to noise ratio is 90 dB. Dynamic range is 90 dB. Separation at 1 kilohertz. 90 dB harmonic distortion is 0.007%. Wow and flutter is below measurable limits, and the size of this unit is 3 3/4 by 13 3/4 by 10 1/8. When this CD player came out, it sold for $219.95. I'll put on the screen its conversion in today's money. At the time that this came out, going by price being the highest, this was Radio Shack's 7th CD player to hit the market. So this is pretty much at the beginning of the life of CD players. This particular model that I have here is in exceptionally fantastic condition. It's in almost like brand new condition. I don't think it's ever been used, and if it was, it wasn't by much. I powered it up and it came right up, no issues whatsoever. The LCD display, the LED display functions just fine, all digits. The door opens and closes just fine, and it plays a CD just fine. In the year of 1988, they only produced 2 models, an expensive model and a cheap model, this being the cheap model. This model did not come with a remote control. The expensive model did. Here on the front panel, you can see that we have a power indicator. The drawer itself, as you can see, it says Tri-Spot Pickup Servo System. Not sure exactly what all that means, but I do believe maybe there's 3 spots that the laser hits. I'm not sure. And it has what they refer to a floating disc tray, which assures accurate tracking. And I was incorrect on the display. It is a fluorescent display. When we demo a disc, I'll show you that floating tray. And again, as you can see how clean this unit is. I don't think it's ever been cleaned. The front display, as you can see, is pretty shiny. No swirl marks. What you do see on it is little cleaning marks that I did just before shooting, and I forgot to wipe those off. We have your basic controls. Since I panned the camera over here, we'll start here. We have our play and pause button, stop button. Below that is our track button, and that will navigate from track 1 to track 2, track 3, etc., as well as our ASMS, which I believe has to deal with searching for your music or something like that. I don't know. I can't find a owner's manual on this. I don't think. I'll have to double check. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If I did, I'll include a link. If I didn't, there will be no link. Below that, you see those 2 buttons. Those are for your music seek. So during play of your track, you could fast forward or rewind during the track. Here's our display. As you can see, you could repeat one track or all, and then you'll have an idiot light for play or programmed. Below that, we have our open and close button, which simply opens and closes the tray door. Our display, which will toggle between your count up timer, there is no countdown timer, as well as displaying back to what track it's playing. Have a repeat button, and you can set your memory and store. I couldn't figure that out. I'm sure it functions, just user error. And then we swing back to the door, tray, and our power button. Let's take a peek to see what we have on the back. You'll find that the back of this unit is pretty plain and basic. No frills, no thrills, nothing exciting. Here we have our RCA jacks for our left and right channel. You'll note that they are not color coordinated, or not coordinated, but don't have the red and the white in them as we have become accustomed to in modern days. This is before those things became normal. We have the serial number with the date code, September A7, which is what the 9A7 is. And we can confirm that because right next to it is our manufactured sticker, which 9 September of 1987. Panning on over, we have our model and our catalog number, and again it's telling us that this is indeed a compact digital audio player. And panning all the way over, we have our certificates that it complies with UL. We have our mains cable, 120 volts, 60 hertz, 12 watt, and here we have a wide shot of the rear. Let's go ahead and play a CD. We'll turn it on, and we get a really nice cool display. Open the tray. You see it comes out really fast, no issues. This right here is what they are talking about. That's kind of cool. I believe this is before 1-bit, 2-bit, 8-bit sampling came into play. I think that that's what that's all about. We'll put in a CD. Now I want you to pay attention. This is a burnt CD. What's special about that? Well, this is before you were able to burn your own CDs at home. That technology hadn't yet come out to the masses yet. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and close the door. Reads the tracks, 17 tracks. We'll hit play. And look at that. Happens just fine. I'm going to turn the volume down for copyright issues. Oh wait, before I do that, let's do this right here. And then we go backwards. So you see that works. We'll go to our next track. And it plays just fine. The display, only a count up timer, there's no countdown. I'm not sure if the other unit, the more expensive unit, offered that or not. It offered a whole new display and everything. As you can hear, it sounds fantastic. I've got it run through my Sony head unit, and it's pretty remarkable. The player sounds fantastic. So you're saying, okay, well that's pretty impressive that it plays a burnt CD from a time frame that before CDs were able to do that. But Jack, can it play an MP3 player? I'm sorry, not a player, but a CD. Check this out. Ain't that cool? Well, let's find out. It sure can. Look at that. Now keep in mind, this was before MP3 was even a technology, before it was a, I don't know, could have been somebody's dream, but it was not out yet. Long before MP3s. So let's go ahead and hit play. Check this out. Ain't that cool? Now you're probably sitting there asking yourself, but Jack, can it play a data disc? Yes, it can. There's my GOAT boot disc. Let's listen to it play that. Isn't that cool? I would play a silver CD, but I don't have any available. That's why I'm doing these burnt CDs.
The judge tells me that I'm on drugs.